And another thing that I was going to mention tonight, Darren, I noticed in the freshman game there's quite a few penalties on both sides of the ball, and I think that'll be another key to the game tonight as far as, which team is going to come out and, not make mistakes. And, I think penalties is a big facet in high school football.
Paul Strand and Jacob Rohr back deep to field the kick of Chris Miller, who averaged 41.4 a kickoff. Strand, the only man to return a kick last week. He averaged 16.7 a return. He's on the near side, and Jacob Rohr will be on the far side. Miller has the okay from referee Bob Jacobson, and away we go. Miller's kickoff from the near side hash goes down to Rohr in the center of the field at the 12 to the 15 to the 20. Finds an opening to the 25. Escapes a defender across the 30 and brought down on the right hash mark at the 31-yard line. And on the stop for Waukon was Lucas Larson. Solid return there for Jacob.
Yeah, solid return. He got upfield and didn't dance all around. Got upfield and got some good yardage out to the 31-yard line.
First and 10, 31-yard line, left to right go the Vikings with Cole Steffen at quarterback. Split to the left far side is Dallas Mott, football right hash. Tight end right, Colin Tweeten. Split backs, Zach Lee and Garrett Wise. 5-man front for Waukon. Under center is Steffen. He'll take the snap, drops back 5 steps, throws the left side off the fingertips of Mott. It's pinballed around and incomplete. The first man to touch it for Waukon ended up being, I believe, Colin Stieber. Stieber almost came up with the pick. It's second down.
I thought it was actually a pretty decent pass by Cole Steffen. I think he made the right read. It was a little bit high on the throw, and, that's one of those things. You just got to make the catch.
Second and 10 from the 31 right hash. Split to the left side is Spencer Bowman. Wing left, Keaton Meyer. Tight end right is Tweeten. Wise and Lee in an I formation. Give to Zach Lee up the middle. He's gobbled up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain, brought down between the numbers and the hash mark by 3 Indians. The first one in there was Dawson Reagan. Third and long coming up for Decorah. Third and 10 from the 31 right hash. No score. We're 40 seconds into the game. To the left side is Dallas Mott. Wing left is Keaton Meyer. Tight end right, Colin Tweeten. I formation with Lee and with Wise. Steffen under center, takes the snap off play action, looks his left side, fires the left side, going for Mott, and it's dropped on the left numbers at the 38-yard line beneath the coverage of Wyatt Willie. It would have been short of a first down anyway.
Yeah, I thought Mott ran a pretty good route. He made a good cut there on the little out route to the sideline, and it hit him in the hands, and that's one that we got to have. But you can't hang your head on that, and you got to come back and expect the ball to be thrown to you on the next drive.
Mitchell Snitker and Tanner Mathis back deep to field the punt of Zach Lee, who averaged 30.3 a kick. His long was 40. 55 seconds into the game, no score. Adam Hovden is the long snapper. Football from the right hash. Snap back in good shape, no pressure. He'll get the kick away, and it's a nice one. Comes down to Tanner Mathis, who bobbles it at the 28 and covers it up at the 27-yard line. Dallas Mott was there to make sure he didn't go any further. So a nice punt there by Lee, 41 yards, and a return of -1. We are exactly a minute 2 into the ball game. No score. Indian football right to left. First and 10 for the Indians from the 27-yard line. Split to the left side is Blaine Swenson. Split right, Hayden Hamel. Slot right is Tanner Mathis. Hesse will be in the pistol. Behind him, it will be Austin Hogan. Mathis in motion right to left. Hesse takes the snap, rolls to his right, sets his feet, fires the right side. Catch is made by Willie, brought down immediately by Wise on the far side number at the 30, but a hold is going to be called on the Indians as somebody got some pretty good pressure up front for Decorah.
Yeah, we got pretty good pressure in that front line there, but I couldn't tell who it was there, but we were in their face, and as I alluded to just a little bit ago, the penalties tonight I think are going to be a big determining factor in this game.
And it will be a hold, and the hold occurred at the 22, so that will back the Indians all the way back to their 12-yard line, and it'll be a first and 25. No score, 10:50 to play first quarter. Indians right to left, football in the center of the field. Signals coming in from the near sideline for Waukon. A wing left is Tanner Mathis. This time it'll be a double tight end set with Hamill on the far side and Now a cluster of 3 receivers on the near side. Hogan the lone setback out of the pistol. Hesse takes the snap under pressure. 1 receiver pattern left side to Blaine Swenson, incomplete, covered in the Decorah zone by Zach Lee. And a second down upcoming.
Chris Sherman did a good job on that play, getting upfield and got his hands up a little bit, and I think maybe even distracted the quarterback on that throw a little bit.
Sherman coming off a career high in 10 tackles last week against North Fayette Valley. No score, 10:24 to play. Quarter number 1, 2nd and 25 from the 12-yard line. 4 receivers, 2 to either side. Hesse in the pistol, Hogan directly behind him. Mathis in motion left and then right from his slot right. Hesse takes the snap, drops back to throw. He has time. He's flushed out of the pocket. He's chased by Tim Winter. He's angling towards the sideline. He fires down the sideline and it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Hamill, and he was covered very well by Lane Rolfe. And I think Hesse was just more or less chucking it and throwing it away if he can do it on a deep ball like that.
Yeah, our defensive backs there did a really good job of staying with the wide receiver, and they did a really good job of covering there on that play, and they didn't give up on the play, and it resulted in a throwaway by the Waukon quarterback.
3rd and 25 from the 12. 3 receivers set, 2 left, 1 right. Hesse in the shotgun, Hogan to his right. Hesse takes the snap, half roll to the right side, sets his feet, fires deep down the right side, going for his man, and the catch is made out across the 45 to the 48-yard line. Tanner Mathis leaped up over Lane Rolfe, who didn't have that bad of coverage, but that's just a pretty good pitch and catch, and a gain of 37 for a first down.
As Coach Owensack would say on the radio, that was an above average high school catch by the wide receiver there.
And a pretty well thrown ball by Hesse as well. 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. This time the fullback Stiber will stand in front of Hesse, who's in the pistol with Hogan behind him, and 2 receivers to the left near side. Football on the right hash. Stiber in motion. The give is to Hogan. Looks for an opening off the left side. Breaks inside the 50. Covered up in the center of the field by Chris Sherman at the 48-yard line. A gain of 4 yards.
We had an opportunity there to, make a tackle for a loss in the backfield. Once again, we were kind of diving with our arms, trying to make the tackle, and that's just little things that we got to correct that are gonna help make our defense a lot better.
9:25 to play, first quarter, no score. Indian football, 2nd and 6 from the Decorah 47 right hash. 3 receivers right in the pistol. Hesse takes, gives to Hogan, runs the left side, lost control of the football, but I think he got back on it at the 46-yard line. And actually, I'm wrong. Decorah had it, and the fumble recovery credit will go to Cole Headington. His 2nd career fumble recovery right there, as Hogan seemingly slipped once he got that handoff.
Yeah, it looked like once he got the ball, it slipped out, and he bobbled it around there a little bit, and it was on the ground. And give Decorah credit there for recognizing the ball was on the ground. We did a good job of recovering.
9:07 to play here in quarter number 1, no score. Decorah 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line, left to right. Wing left, split left, I formation with Wise and Lee. Tight end right side, Brian Schindler. The give is to Lee, left side. No, it's Wise. He bounces left to the outside. 50. He's to the 45 and brought down. They're going to mark him at the 43-yard line in front of the Decorah bench. He was brought down by Hayden Hamill. A good second effort by Wise for a gain of 11 and a first down.
Wise did a good job there. He kind of stumbled around some offensive linemen there about, he got the handoff about 1 yard and then stumbled into someone and got a nice 11-yard gain.
Far left hash mark. Bowman split to the left side. Wing left is Meyer. Tight end right Schindler. I formation with Wise and with Lee. 1st and 10 from the 43. Pitch goes to Wise. Right side. Angling right. Turns upfield inside the 40 and carries a defender. Brought down at the 38-yard line. Brought down near the near side numbers by Maxwell Schwartz. It's a gain of 5 yards.
Good run there to the outside by Garrett Wise, and on first down we got 5 yards. I think that's a good thing that Decorah's got going here, getting good yardage on first down.
Wise had a career-high 75 yards a year ago against the Indians. Dawson Meyer split to the left side. Wing left is Keaton Meyer. Tight end right is Schindler. Split backs with Wise and with Lee. Taking the snap is Steffen. Give is to Lee. He tries to squeak his way off left side. Not much doing there as he's wrestled down between the numbers and the hash mark. On the near side, the tackle credit to Dawson Reagan. A gain of a yard. So 3rd down upcoming for Decorah. on Lee's first carry of the night. He had 11 carries and 36 yards last week. Both of those were career highs. 7.5 to play here in the first quarter. No score. Decorah trying to take advantage of a turnover. 3rd and 4 from the 37-yard line. Stepping under his center, Ben Duggar facing a 5-man front. He'll give on a wingback sweep to Clayton Meyer. He ran into his blocker, Bradley Corrigan, able to keep his balance and was brought down in front of the walk-on bench near the 32-yard line. It looks like he's going to have enough for the first down. Schwartz was the tackler on the play. They may have to measure, and it looked like after Meyer slipped a little bit, walk-on might have given up on the play, it seemed like.
Yeah, he did a really good job of keeping his balance. You sometimes work on that drill in practice where, kind of a bear crawl situation, and he did a good job of keeping his balance and getting the first down.
1st and 10, 32-yard line, right hash, no score, 5 minutes into the game. Receivers left and right, tight end left side. Split backs, Wise and Lee. Steffen takes the snap, has plenty of time. He swings it out in the left flat, and it's intercepted. Running up the far sideline, Wyatt Willie to the 50. He's to the 40, to the 30. Chased by Wise to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and he is into the end zone for the touchdown. Wyatt Willie on a 63-yard interception return, and the Indians take a 6-0 lead.
That was a good read by Waukon's defensive back. I give him credit. He stayed right next to the wide receiver that Decorah had out there, and he broke on the ball at the exact right time and made a really good play on that interception there.
So Decorah has turned the ball over 3 times here in the first 5 quarters of the season. All have resulted in opponent points. The Indians will line up and go for 2. They went for 2 on their 4 scores last week. Hesse will be in the pistol, Hogan behind him. 2 receivers to the left side. Hesse takes the snap, gives to Hogan. He runs the right side and gets into the end zone for the score. So Decorah Waukon leads by an 8-0 margin, 6:49 to play first quarter. And let's take a break for Rottweiler Appliance and TV. This is the 7th start in the career of Cole Steppen. That is his first career interception, and it ends up going back the other way.
Yeah, and Cole's got to realize that when you're playing the quarterback's position, you're going to throw interceptions once in a while, and it's one of those things you just got to erase it and go on, and that's what makes a good quarterback a good quarterback. You just forget about the pass and worry about what you're going to do on the next drive, and I think Cole will do that, and hopefully we can get a good return here and set up some good field position on the next offensive drive.
So 3 turnovers in Decorah have resulted in 22 opponent points, and you've given up 30 points thus far, and 22 have been off turnovers. Doesn't take a lot to say you got to take better care of the ball than that.
Yeah, and they'll realize once they stop turning the ball over that it's going to turn into points for themselves, and it's going to help them out.
Miller will kick off. His football is on the left or near side hash mark. Paul Strand on the near side. Jacob Rohr on the far side. They stand between the numbers and the hash mark. Near and far side at the 14-yard line. Here's the approach by Miller and the kick. Comes down to Strand at the 14, near side hash to the 20. He's to the 25. Tries to bounce off a defender and slips and falls. They're going to mark him right at the 25-yard line. Down on special teams for Waukon, Evan Armstead. So 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line is where they will mark the football. Decorah has it for the 3rd time. One time was a 3 and out. One time was a interception that turned into a pick 6 for Wyatt Willie. 2nd takeaway of the season for the Waukon Indians.
I see Adam Hubden's in here on this series for the Vikings here on the, I think, quick tackle position.
Quick guard for
quick guard.
Bradley Corrigan. Lee and Wise split behind Cole Steffen, who takes the snap, gives on a counter play to Wise, who tries to sneak forward and maybe gets a yard up the middle. Not much happening in the interior line that time. He gets a yard. Joseph Frieden, the man that brought him down.
I listened to Coach Post's pregame interview, and once you get into a guy, you gotta kind of seal him off a little bit. Don't necessarily have to, we'd like him to drive him back, but if you can seal that person off to whatever side the running back's running to, I think we're gonna see some success happen.
2nd and 9 from the 25-yard line. Split right Meyer, wing right Keaton Meyer. I formation with Lee and Wise. Here's the option right side. Steffen makes a fake on the pitch, turns across the 25 and gets bent back between the numbers and the hash mark at the 31-yard line. Colin Steiber was the man that brought him down, a gain of 6 yards. A little kind of fake pass, Magic Johnson style that time from Steffen.
Yeah, Cole made a really nice fake there to Garrett Wise, and was a little shifty and got 6 or 7 yards.
So 3rd down and 3 it'll be. Football resting at the 31-yard line. 8-0 Waukon. We have 5.5 to play here in quarter number 1. Taking the snap is Steffen. He'll give off the right side to his fullback, Zach Lee, who runs the right side and gets brought down on the near side numbers by Colin Steiber at the 40, but he'll get a first down and had some pretty good help off the power side that time.
Yeah, I've seen a nice block there by Garrett Wise, coming up and filling in and picking that linebacker up, and he made a really nice block there.
I said the 40, I meant the 35-yard line. 1st and 10, 35-yard line, right hash. Split right is Bullman. Wing right, Keaton Meyer. Split backs with Wise and Lee. Tight end left side, Colin Tweeten. 5-man front for Waukon. Dropping a throw is Steffen. Steffen has plenty of time. Now steps up in the pocket, scrambles to his right. He's hit near the 37 and finished off by Schwartz right there at the 37-yard line. Steffen got 2. Apparently everybody was covered right away.
Yeah, when our wide receivers are running our routes, we got to make sure we really sell our routes. Whether you think the ball is going to get thrown to you or not, you got to run your route to the best of your ability. And
2nd and 8 from the 37-yard line. 4.5 to play. Quarter number 1. 8-0 Waukon. Split backs, twin receivers right side. This time a 4-man front for Waukon. Pitch to Lee left side. Looks to get a seal. Doesn't get one. He gets brought down on the far side. Numbers at the 35-yard line. Up on secondary run support, Hayden Hamill for the Waukon Indians, and it's 3rd and long for Decorah.
Yeah, the Indians did a pretty good job there stretching that play out on a little fast pitch to our fullback and stretched it out well and made a good play.
3rd and 9 from the 36-yard line. Martin Meyer to the near right side. Football on the left hash. Tight end left is Tweeten. Split backs with Lee and with Wise. Driving a throw is Steffen. Steffen has time. Throws the right side. Catch made by Keaton Meyer across the 45. Lunges ahead and gets tackled at the 46 on the near side numbers. It'll be a first down. The tackle went to Peyton Hesse.
Yeah, Meyer made a really good catch there, and he wasn't looking to dance around when he got the ball, and he just got right out the field and got the first down. And I think that's a good heads-up play by Keaton Meyer to know where the sticks are and pick up the first down.
Decorah 3 of 4 on 3rd down conversions tonight. They trail at 8-0 with 3:23 to play first quarter. 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. 2 receivers left, split backs in the backfield. Tight end right is Tweeten. Steffen takes the snap, drops back to throw. He has nice protection. He fires it deep down the left side. Incomplete. Keaton Meyer, the intended receiver, and Mitchell Snitker was in coverage. There's a flag down coming from the back judge Ray Armel, and I believe that's going to be offensive pass interference on Keaton Meyer. Because in all honesty, at least from this angle, I think Mitchell Snitker probably had the better chance to catch the ball, Zach. You agree?
I would agree. I think was it Keaton Meyer looked like he had his hands on his back a little bit, trying to push him out of the way a little bit.
And it is offensive pass interference against Decorah. So it'll be a 15-yard penalty. So that'll move Decorah back to their own 31-yard line. So 1st and 25 it will be. Or will Waukon perhaps decline the penalty? I'd imagine they take the yardage in this case. 3:08 to play first quarter. A Wyatt Willie 63-yard interception return for a score. And a Hogan 2-point run has given Waukon the 8-0 lead. Waukon trying to defeat Decorah for the first time in 5 meetings. Their last win was back in 2007, a 14-0 win here in Waukon. Of course, I'm going to say it, it's a darn shame these two teams didn't play in 2012 and 2013.
Yeah, that would have been some pretty good games to see, and it is a shame that we couldn't have played each other.
1st and 25, back to the 32. Twins left, split backs, tight end right. Here is Steffen taken, giving to Garrett Wise, and he is covered up immediately. Hayden Hummel, the man that brought him down. Colin Steiber, the man that helped him out. A gain of a yard, so 2nd and 24 coming up for Decorah. Coming in with the play from the far side is Dallas Mott. To the left side is Dallas Mott. Wing left, Keaton Meyer. Tight end right is Colin Tweeten. Split backs to the backfield with Lee and Wise. Here's the give up the middle to Wise on a fullback trap. He runs off the right side and gets tackled at the 40-yard line. The man that brought him down was Wyatt Willie. It's a gain of 8, but still 3rd and a long ways for Decorah.
You know, we ran a little counter play there, but it needs to be a little bit crisper as far as the handoffs go, and then the blocking. It can all be a little bit crisper yet as far as knowing what you're going to do and knowing what guy you're going to block.
3rd and 16 from the 40. Decorah is 3 for 4 on 3rd downs. 2-minute mark, first quarter, 8-0 Waukon. 2 receivers left side. Tight end right is Tweeten. Split backs in the backfield. Drop it a throw is Steffen. Steffen still in the pocket. Throws the left side. Catch is made by Bowman, but he is brought down on the left far hash mark at the 49-yard line. He'll be 7 yards shy of a first down. Colin Steiber, the primary defender on the play. So a gain of 9, but they needed 16.
When you get penalties early in downs and, you know, that offensive pass interference, it creates a hard situation when you got 1st and 20.
Lee's first punt of the night was 41 yards. Adam Hovden is the long snapper. Snitker and Mathis back deep for Waukon. Snap back in good shape, and Lee moves forward, gets the kick away, bounces at the 21. Snitker takes it at the 16, runs up the near side. He's to the 30 and covered up by Paul Strand. At the 34-yard line. So the punt goes 35, but a nice return of 18, and there's an injured Viking on the field right in front of the Decorah or the Waukon bench, and they will take a timeout for water right now. 1:05 to play quarter number 1. It's an 8-0 lead for Waukon, and let's take a break for Bruning Rock Products.
Did you see that block?
Daniel Ott was the injured Viking. He gets up and runs off the field under his own power. You saw the backside of that play, and a pretty good special teams play by the Indians.
Yeah, it was a good special teams play, and they had a nice block on Daniel there. And you know, that's part of football when, you know, on a special teams play on a punt return like that, the receiving team's looking for guys to take out, and Waukon executed it well. And
fortunately, Ott's all right, most importantly.
Yes.
1:05 to play first quarter. 8-0 Waukon. Indian with the football. 1st and 10 from their own 34, moving right to left on the left hash. Hesse is in the pistol. Steiber on a wing left side. Hogan will be the lone setback with receivers left and right. Hesse takes, gives to Hogan. Runs off the right side, runs across the 40. Escapes the defender across the 45, and finally finished off at the 50-yard line. The man that brought him down finally was Dominic Mueller, but a gain of 16 with some nice help up front.
Yeah, he made a couple guys miss in that first level, and got to the second level and really made something happen and got a nice gain out of it there. And our defensive line got to make something happen here. 1st
and 10 from the 50-yard line. Pistol set, Steiber on a wing right. 2 receivers left side, Willie and Swenson. Give us to Hogan on a stutter step move off the left side, and that time he was wrestled down immediately. On a solo stop, it was Adam Hovden bringing him down for a gain of 0, 2nd and 10.
Yep, Adam did a good job of getting off his block and finding the ball in the backfield and made a good tackle for about a 1-yard gain possibly.
Call it second and circa 10 for the heck of disagreeing with you there, Zach. This is FM 100.5. KDEC FM Decorah. Darren Swenson, Zach Current from Waukon here tonight. 2 receivers left side, 2 receivers right side. Hesse in the shotgun. Hogan to his right. Swenson in motion. Taking the snap is Hesse. Hesse has time. Throwing down the center of the field. Going for Willie. Incomplete. Willie had a step on the coverage of Dallas Mott near the 20-yard line in the center of the field. The ball just a touch too long, Zach.
Yeah. It was just the pass was just a touch too long, but Dallas, he kind of undercut the receiver a little bit and was going to try and make a play on the ball, but you still gotta stay on the top side of that receiver and recognize that a little bit better.
8-0 the score. We've come to the end of the first quarter of play. Let's take a timeout for Dental Associates. A Wyatt Willie interception return for a touchdown. The difference thus far as Decorah with 44 yards rushing, 18 passing, and 62 yards of offense. Waukon 22 yards rushing, 36 passing, and 58 yards of offense. Decorah has had the ball 9:04 compared to the Indians 2:56, but when you get a pick six, that kind of makes that stat a little meaningless there, Zach.
Yeah, it does, and that's something they got to take. When you get the ball and you have it for that long, you got to make something happen out of it. And whether it's even a field goal, that you get 3 points on the board, and hopefully here in the second quarter we can make something happen on offense.
Indians left to right, 3rd and 9 from the 50-yard line. Out of the backfield in motion goes right. Snitker, here is Hesse throwing down the middle of the field. Catch made by Willie at the 30, east to the 20, brought down from behind. In the center of the field at the 16-yard line, he beat the coverage of Keaton Meyer to the post. It's a gain of 33 and a first down. Good pitch and catch for the Indians right there.
Yeah, he ran a really nice route there on that post, kind of a post seam there, and made a really nice catch.
First down and 10 at the Waukon 12-yard line, so give him 38 on the previous play. Indians switching personnel offensively. Steiber will be on a wing right side. Hesse will be in the pistol. Hogan will be behind him. 2 receivers to the far left side. Football towards the near right side. The give is to Hogan off the right side. Looks for an opening inside the 10 and finished off near the 7-yard line. Hogan gets a gain of 5. Second down upcoming. The last man up off the pile for Decorah was Tim Winter.
Yeah. Our linebackers got to do a little bit better job of coming downhill and attacking the run and not catching offensive linemen coming at them. You got to go and deliver the blow to them, and as Coach Truan would say, give them the flipper a little bit and get off a block.
2nd and 5 from the 7-yard line. Hesse has the football. He loses it as he tried to scramble. The fight is on near the 15-yard line. Bob Jacobson, the referee, stops the clock, and it's going to be Decorah football coming out of the pile with it. For Decorah was Zach Lee that time, so the Vikings take it away for the second time in tonight's game.
Yeah, kind of that bend but don't break attitude there on defense, and we came up with another defensive stop and turnover, and, here's another thing where you go back to the time of possession. Here's where you can really eat up some time and put a good drive together and put 7 points on the board.
10:51 to play here in the second quarter. The Vikings right to left from the left hash mark. 1st and 10 from their own 17, trailing 8-0. Lee and Wise in a backfield split back tandem. To the right side, Bowman and Keaton Meyer. Meyer from his slot right goes in motion left. The give is to Lee. He got a shove from behind by Garrett Wise on the play, and he kind of shoved him right into a defender between the numbers and the hash mark at the 16-yard line. Steiber was on the stop. Help came from Joseph Frieden. The timing just was off there.
Yeah, it kind of looked like almost Cole Stephan was going to hand the ball, thought the ball should have been handed off to Zach Lee, and Zach, I don't know if thought it was a different player. They're not on the same page and ended up handing it off to Garrett Wise there.
2nd and 11 from the 15-yard line. 2 receivers right side, split backs. Tight end left is Tweeten. Keaton-Meyer to the right side. The give off the left side to Zach Lee. He plows ahead between the numbers and the hash mark near side out to the 24-yard line. A tough run that time for Lee as Mitchell Snitker brings him down right near the 24-yard line. It'll be a third down upcoming. Third down and about 2. He got a good initial gap, but he did a lot on his own as well, Zach.
Yeah, he carried about 3 or 4 guys with him to get that extra yardage there. And the good thing I like to see about that is he kept the ball covered when he was, making that extra effort. A lot of times you see guys that are carrying the ball outside their body, and when they're getting that extra yardage, and he did a good job.
9.5 to play first half. 8-0 Waukon. 3rd and 2 for Decorah from the 24-yard line in their own territory. Steffen gives to Lee, plows ahead off the right side, gets covered up in the vicinity of the 26-yard line. It'll be close to a first down, but I think they're going to be a little bit shy, in all honesty. I think they need to get to the 17, and I think they gave him the 20 or the 27, and I think they gave him the 26. So a fourth down upcoming for Decorah. And the punt unit coming on. They needed 3, they got 2, and Zach Lee will be forced to punt once again. So Decorah's possessions tonight, they had 1 sustained drive, but the other 3 have been a 3 and out, a 3 and out, and a pick 6 defensively for Waukon. Lee with a kick that bounces in the center of the field. It bounces at the 45-yard line, rolls inside the 40, inside the 35, and Dallas Mott picks it up on the near side numbers at the 33-yard line. So wasn't the best off the foot, but it ended up good statistically. 41 yards, no return, 8:34 to play here in quarter number 2, and an official's timeout for water here with 8:34 to play here in quarter number 2. It's an 8-0 lead for Waukon, and let's take a timeout for Henning Construction. By the way, it's halftime up in lacrosse tonight. The Luther College Norse opening their season. They trail UWL at the halftime break by a 6-0 margin up there. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow, it's the Iowa Hawkeye season opener. Iowa taking on Illinois State. Very good FCS team. 9 for the pregame, 11 for the kickoff tomorrow morning right here on FM 100.5. And these two communities represented in the two deeps for the Iowa Hawkeyes. That's kind of a cool thing, Zach.
Yeah, that's a very cool thing. And Parker Hesse here from Waukon, and Josie Jewell from Decorah, and I know those two guys get along really well. Being rivals in high school and joining the college level, and being teammates, and I know they get along real well. And it's nice to see that from 2 small town communities.
So the Indians have it 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line. A cluster of 3 receivers to the left. Snap to Hesse. The pitch to Hogan, left side, looking to turn up field. He gives a couple of tacklers a pretty good ride as he turned up the left far side hash mark to the 38. Hogan ends up getting 5, and the defender for Decorah was Cyric Nelson. Yeah,
He did. The running back Hogan turned up field and gave a pretty good blow. But what I seen there by the Decorah defense is, we got there and we made a pretty solid tackle, and we had about 3, 4, 5 other guys there wrapping them up with him.
2nd and 5 from the 38-yard line. 8 minutes to play first half. 8-0 Waukon. 3 receivers set. Give on a wingback sweep to Mathis, and a throwback goes to Hesse right side. He runs to the 45. He's to the 50, running up the near sideline to the 45, and a flag is down as Hesse is down as well at the 35-yard line. A little transcontinental, if you will, as the handoff went to Mathis. He ran to the left side. He threw it back to Hesse, and that play was wide open. It was a 27-yard gain pending penalty, and a block in the back against Waukon will be the penalty. And the penalty occurred at the 37-yard line. It'll still be a first down, and all in all, the Vikings were duped on that play.
Yeah, they were, and that's a hard thing to do or to cover as a high school defense, and they're really there's really nobody there to cover the quarterback besides the defensive lineman. They seen the play going the other way, and Waukon executed it to the best of their ability there.
And would it be fair to say, as there's a Decorah player injured in front of the Waukon bench, we have not seen who it is yet, would it be fair to say as tough as it is to defend, is it that hard to run as well, in all honesty?
In all honesty, yeah, I would say that it is that much, that hard to run. You know, it takes good execution. You sure don't want that person that, you know, I don't know what position player got the ball there for Waukon, whether it's a wide receiver or running back, but to throw that ball backwards across the field, and you know that takes you got to have quite a bit of trust in the person doing that, because you sure don't want them to overthrow it and have the other team recover it.
So with the penalty, it will still be first down for Waukon. The football will be resting in Decorah territory on the right near side hash mark at the 47-yard line. We have 7:42 to play in the first quarter, an 8-0 lead. The injured player was Keegan Lillefeld. He walked off under his own power. A Wyatt Willie pick six and Austin Hogan 2-point run midway through the first quarter has been the difference to this point in the game. Two receivers left side. A fullback on the right side is Armstead for Waukon. Give to Hogan running the right side. He runs to the 45. He loses control of the football, but I believe he might have gotten right back on top of it. He did, as Mueller brought him down at the 41-yard line. Pretty good push on the right side of the line. A gain of 7 yards for Hogan.
Yeah, that was a good push by the Waukon offensive lineman. They had the Decorah defensive lineman about 5 yards in the backfield, and their running back made a good run.
So 2nd down and 4 it'll be from the 41-yard line. Willie and Swenson split to the left. Mathis and Hummel to the right. Hesse in the shotgun. Hogan to his right. Hesse takes the snap under pressure. Throws down the left side. Going for his man, and it's caught. A leaping grab made by Wyatt Willie. His second pretty impressive catch of the night. On the far side, numbers at the 13-yard line. Zach Lee, the man that brought him down, but a gain of 28 and a first down. And again, we've said it many times, just a very good pitch and catch right there.
Yeah, and as you alluded to earlier, that a very well thrown ball by Hesse, and even a better catch by Willie, and that's a pretty good high school pitch and catch.
1st and 10, 13-yard line, halfway point, quarter number 2. It's a 8-0 lead. Give to Steiber off the right side. He plows ahead, getting inside the line of scrimmage and maybe to the 9. He'll get knocked back from there. Brian Schindler in on the, or Sean Schindler, I should say, and Chris Sherman in on the stop. A gain of 4 yards.
You know, as we talked about earlier, to the keys of the game, to win this ball game, we're gonna have to stop the pass of Waukon, and we haven't done the greatest job doing that yet, and hopefully we can get a good stop here.
2nd and 6 from the 9-yard line. Receivers left and right. Tight end right side, Hesse's quick toss left side, diving attempt incomplete. He went for Willie, who had beaten Dallas Mott to the post in the end zone, but the pass just off the mark. It's 3rd down.
Hesse slipped that ball in there in some pretty tight coverage by Decorah, and it almost paid off for him.
3rd and 7 from the 9-yard line with 5:41 to play second quarter, an 8-0 lead for Waukon. The Indians have not attempted a PAT all year, so you'd have to imagine this is four down territory for them. To the left side, Williams went to the right side is Mathis. In the shotgun is Hesse. Hogan to his right. Play clock running down. Indians call timeout. 5:40 to play till halftime. It is an 8-0 lead for Waukon. Let's take a timeout for the A&J Petersburg Agency Insurance and Real Estate. High school football on FM 100.5 tonight to allow the Luther College game to be broadcast on AM 1240 KWLC. Darren Swenson, Zach Current from Waukon tonight. Indians lead it by an 8-0 margin. The only score of the game has been a defensive score. Wyatt Willie, who has been impressive offensively, had a an interception and return of 63 yards for a score in the first quarter, and Hogan added the 2-point run for Waukon. It's 3rd down and 7. Football towards the left or far side hash mark as the Indians go left to right. From the Decorah 9-yard line, 3 receiver set. Mathis in motion. Low snap to Hesse. He has time. He throws towards the end zone. Leaping grab is made, and it's a touchdown as Mathis leaped over Zach Lee. Hesse throws his 5th touchdown pass of the year. Mathis catches his 2nd touchdown pass of the year, and the Indians up 14-0 with 5:35 to play till halftime.
That was a nice play by the walk-on wide receiver there, and went up and got the ball over the Decorah defender and really made a nice catch.
So a 67-yard drive for the Indians right there in 7 plays that took 2:59 off the clock. 2-point play, cluster of 3 receivers to the right. Low snap to Hesse. He'll roll to his right. There is a flag down as Hesse turns upfield and gets into the end zone for the score. But Bob Jacobson is going to bring it back due to an illegal motion penalty at the snap for Waukon. So they'll have to try it again from the 8-yard line. Getting to the pass coverage, is it just the plays that Waukon are making, or does the Decorah secondary have to do anything differently from what you're seeing, Zach?
On that particular play, on that touchdown, that I don't think you could, if you can get a hand on it, get a hand on it. You don't have to go for the pick every time. I think that's a thing, at the high school level, every guy's like, oh, I want to get the pick. If you can knock it down, that helps too. That's not a bad thing to do. As far as on some of these other passes that they've had, on a couple of those post teams that they've got big yardage on, staying on top of that wide receiver, not undercutting him, and then getting beat over the top. I think that's just a little key that they can work on.
3 receivers set, 2 left, 1 right. Play clock running down for the Indians as Hesse takes the snap on 2-point play number 2, and Hesse throws the left side to Willie, and Willie catches it for the score. Willie fought the ball away from Dallas Mott. I'm going to be fair to Dallas. He couldn't have covered that any better.
No, he had the correct hand out in front there on that on the coverage there, and he had his hand in there and just lost the battle there a little bit.
It's all fun and games here in the Waukon press box, apparently. So, I look back, and all of a sudden there's a beach ball on my head. I don't know if A.D. Brian Hillsbeck is trying to emulate my head size with that, but nonetheless. But Waukon, 16-0 leaders here with 5:35 to play till halftime. Coming up at halftime, we'll hear from Decorah volleyball coach Gina Holthouse, get an update on where they're at. They opened the season with a 3-1 loss at St. Ansgar, or to St. Ansgar, on Tuesday night. And then we will also have a Viking sports report and try to get you some scores as well. Right now, the Indians get the football to start the second half. Here's Zach. Bottom line is offense got to do something on this drive.
Yeah, I would have to agree there. And even, I hate to say it, but even if it's 3 points, I think we have confidence in our kicker. If we could get down there, at least get 3 points on the board, get something on the board, give us a little bit of confidence, whether it's if we score earlier enough to even get the ball back here again in the second quarter or going into the second half. I think, just to give us a little bit of confidence, knowing that we can, score on these guys.
Chris Miller kicking off from left to right. Strand and Rohr back deep for Decorah. Miller's kick coming down to Rohr, who drops it, now picks it up in the center of the field at the 10, moves ahead to the 20. He's to the 25, brought down on the near side numbers, or a hash mark, I should say, at the 26-yard line. Snitker in on special teams for Waukon. First down and 10 from the 25-yard line.
Just little things like that, as you've seen there on that kick return. They talk about it every Thursday night in the meetings they have as a team, and it's don't let the ball hit the ground. On a punt return or kick return or something, and just that little thing there gave up 3 or 4 seconds, and you could have had a better gain.
First and 10, 25-yard line, I formation, receivers left and right, tight end right side. Here's the give to Zach Lee, fighting for yardage, and basically the power side got blown up that time. The right side of the defense was blown up by the left side of the walk-on offense. Joseph Frieden and Tanner Mathis knock back Lee to the 23-yard line. It is a loss of 2 yards. Second down upcoming. 2nd and 12 from the 23-yard line. Decorah has had one sustained drive, but a penalty put the kibosh to that. Other than that, it's been 2 3-and-outs and an interception that was taken back for a score. 2nd and 12 from the 23-yard line. Stefan on the keeper right side, pinballing between defenders across the 25, across the 30, and Cole will get you out to the 32-yard line, a gain of 7 yards. The guy that brought him down was Wyatt Willie.
Yeah, Cole did a nice job there of making 2 or 3 defenders miss and getting a 6-yard gain out of that play.
And he did it all on his own.
He did.
3rd down and 4, call it, from the 32-yard line. 4:18 to play till halftime. 16-0 Waukon. Dawson Meyer left side, wing left. Keaton Meyer, tight end right is Schindler. I with Wise and with Lee. Option left side with Stephan. He angles to the 35. He's to the 40 and wrestled down. Wyatt Willie brings him down at the 43-yard line. A keep on the option for 11 and a first down for Decorah.
The wing back on the left side of the offense there had a nice block there on the perimeter here to give Cole that advantage to get upfield, and that quarterback and Garrett Wise still had a good relationship, going upfield, and had the option to pitch it off even 10 yards down the field. 1st and 10, 43-yard line, left near hash mark. Split backs, wing left, tight end right. Here's a given on wing back sweep to Meyer, looking to turn upfield. He hits the 45-yard line and gets knocked down there. He was able to escape the initial defender, but gets finished off on the play by Tanner Mathis and Austin Hogan. Slow in getting up was the initial defender, Joseph Frieden. It's a gain of 2 yards for Keaton Meyer. And like struggling with running at the line of scrimmage, and Waukon pursuing pretty well laterally to the football as well, Zach. Yeah, they're showing some pretty good speed laterally and getting to that outside and not just making arm tackles, but really wrapping guys up and delivering a blow on. And I'll give them credit, and they've shown it, and they deserve it. And Joseph Frieden is to his feet, and he will walk off to the sideline as both teams getting water on this hot, humid night. It gives us a chance to tell you the KDC Sportsbooks are back. Fall and winter schedules for 14 area high schools, as well as college and professional schedules. Head to kdcradio.com for locations. You can pick them up. I know Jenny Grouse was over here giving them away in the Waukon Wellness Center parking lot earlier here tonight. So 2nd and 8 it'll be from the 45. Decorah still has all 3 timeouts remaining. There's 3:20 left till halftime. But the Vikes with a lot of work to do. They trail at 16-0. Bowman to the left side. Keaton Meyer wing left. Tight end right is Tweeten. Split backs with Wise and with Lee. The give is to Lee on a delay to the right side. He'll get to the 46-yard line, get knocked back from the right far side hash mark. Again, the line of scrimmage just getting won by Waukon. Michael Schulte, the primary defender, a gain of a yard. I thought we did a little bit better job of getting off the ball as far as an offensive line, but we're getting into that guy. But as Coach Post would say, we're not staying with him and sustaining the block for 3 or 4 seconds to actually let that hole open up and get some good yardage on a running play. 3rd and 7 for Decorah from the 46. Wing left, split backs, Wise and Lee. Drop it a throw is Stephan. He's under a blitz. He throws the left side. High pass caught by Dawson Meyer at the Waukon 45. He moves up the center of the field, and Mitchell Snitker brings him down at the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down, and on the play, that goes for 15. That was excellent pass coverage there by all the offensive linemen and some, I don't know if it was a running back or fullback there that had a nice block there and gave Cole Stephan good time to throw the ball, and nice pitch and catch there to Dawson Meyer. Cyric Nelson now in at center for Decorah. First down and 10 at the 39-yard line, Waukon territory. Stephan takes the snap, drops back to throw. Stephan with time, throws deep down the left side. Going for Mott, incomplete. Mott was lonesome between the numbers and the hash mark on the near side at the goal line. Stephan threw it a touch too long. 2nd and 10 upcoming. It was there. Cole overthrew him a little bit, but I guess I'd rather That's a hard situation. He was wide open, so if he underthrew it a little bit, he could have maybe come back and got it, but you sure don't want to underthrow when it's in coverage towards the end zone.
And that's not the design of that play to do that either.
Right.
2nd and 10 from the 39-yard line. Stephen takes the snap, gives to Brendan Numedal. His first varsity carry goes up the middle behind the blocking of Cyrus Nelson to the 34-yard line. A gain of 5 yards. 3rd and 5 upcoming. 1:39 to play till halftime. Vikes trail 16-0. 3rd and 5. Go ahead, Zach.
As I seen again that time, I thought we're doing a little bit better job, even as I alluded to just a little bit ago, is getting off the ball. We did good, and sustaining the blocks. I think that's a thing that we need to work on, and Coach Post will allude that going in the second half.
3rd and 5 from the 34-yard line. Twins left eye formation. The pitch goes to the right side. Garrett Wise gets a nice kick out block. He runs to the 30 and gets knocked down right there. Colin Tweeten gave him a nice kick out block, and Decorah will call a timeout as Wise was brought down on the far side, I believe, by Reagan at the 30-yard line. 1:06 to play till halftime. It'll be a 4th and 1 for Decorah from the right far hash mark at the 30. In Gina Holthouse, Decorah volleyball coach, coming up at halftime. A Viking Sports Report, stats, scores, etc. Indians leading 16-0. A Wyatt Willie interception return for a score, and then a Hesse to Mathis connection for 9 yards. The Indians have now scored 6 touchdowns this year. They have gone for 2 every time, and they have converted 5 of those 2-point conversions. That's pretty high percentage.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive, and you know, I know back in their championship run, I know a couple times in the regular season I had a cousin that played on that team, and going for 2 kind of, you know, hurt them in a couple situations against New Hampton there in that one regular season game. But tonight it's you know, proving that it's working for them, and I guess it's not conventional for some teams, but it is for them, and it works for them.
And to be honest with you, at the 2A level, it's probably more conventional than we think it is.
You're probably right, yeah.
4th down and 1 from the 30-yard line. Twins to the left side, split backs in the backfield with Wise and with Numedal. Long count at the line by Stephen, takes the snap, gives to Numedal. Big hole right side. He runs inside the 25, inside the 20, brought down at the 18-yard line between the numbers and the hash mark. On the far side, Tanner Mathis, the man that brought him down. A gain of 12 on the quick hitter to Brendan Numedal.
Yeah, I'll give credit there to Cyrus Nelson. I was watching him. He got off the ball really well. He's in there playing center now, and he got off the ball, got to the second level, and made a nice hole there for Numedal.
53 seconds to play till halftime. 16-0 Waukon. 1st and 10 Decorah, right far hash at the 18-yard line. Stephen with an I formation, and Twins to the right side, the power side to the left. Stephen on an option left side. He's hit near the line of scrimmage and brought down in the vicinity of the 17-yard line. Stiver, the primary defender. He maybe got a yard. Decorah calls a timeout. Their second one of the half with 38 seconds to play till halftime. So 2nd and 9 it will be. Only 1 pass or 2 passes on this drive. So hopefully some consistency being established by the offense, if nothing else. Bottom line, they got a lot of work to do right now, trailing 16-0, Zach.
Yeah, and you know, hopefully with Numedal coming in there, gave him a little bit of a spark. Hopefully we can capitalize on this drive here with 38 seconds to go in the first half, and we got 1 timeout left, and hopefully we can. It'd be nice to see a first down here. There's still room to get a first down, and the clock would stop and get back up there and run another play and save that timeout if you absolutely need it.
2nd and 9 from the 17-yard line. Football on the right far hash as Decorah moves right to left. Decorah in their visiting whites with blue numerals and white pants. Waukon in their home blacks, orange trim, white numerals. Meyer and Meyer to the left. Numedal and Wise split behind Stephen under his center, Cyrus Nelson. He'll take the snap. He'll retreat in the pocket. Protection's nice. Throws over the middle. Caught by Colin Tweeten, who pulls down the football at the 5-yard line. A gain of 12. 1st and goal Decorah. 31 seconds to play till halftime.
That was a nice catch there by Colin Tweeten, and went up and got the ball and wasn't scared. He knew he was going to get hit and caught the ball.
And the Indians, I believe, now are going to call a timeout. First and goal at the 5. I think Decorah was just going to spike the football. That at least is what the motion of Coach Joel Rollinger was on the far sideline. Now the Waukon defense has to be stingy. Twice last week, Southwind had the ball inside the 20. One time, Southwind had a first and goal at the 1 and did not score. So to say it's automatic to score from this point against this Indian defense, at least in the first 6 quarters of 2015, hardly.
Yeah, they got some big guys up there, and they're using that same mentality that that bend but not break, and as last week shows that when it gets into the red zone, they're going to lock down, and they're not going to let you score.
A coworker of yours needs a shout out. Should we give it to him or not?
I suppose we could give Corey Severson a shout out.
All right. They're listening at camp. Probably don't need a fire to stay warm tonight, I'm assuming.
No, they're down there at the campground. I'm sure that they don't need a fire to stay warm tonight.
Our hot air provides a lot of, at least mine does. I know Wise and Newman all in the split back tandem. Mott to the left side. Keaton-Meyer to the right. Keaton-Meyer in motion right to left. Steffen under center, takes the snap, option right side, looking for an opening. He gets dumped from behind by Colin Steiber at the 8-yard line. Coach Post is asking for a timeout with 21 seconds to play here in the half, and they finally get it with 18 seconds left in the half. Again, we saw the lateral pursuit of Waukon, pretty impressive there.
Yeah, their lateral pursuit is showing to be better than the play that we're calling, and that they're getting to the spot before our blockers can block them, and they're executing well on defense.
18.7 to play, second quarter. It is a 16-0 lead for Waukon. Decorah has a second and goal from the 8-yard line. By the way, third quarter up in lacrosse, Luther has tied up Wisconsin lacrosse 6-6 in a battle of missed extra points.
I was wondering if the missed extra point there. So, yeah. I know Coach Hafner. I've talked to him, and special teams are important. Guy makes that extra point, and it ends up 7-6, and you win the ball game. So
spoken like an old kicker.
Yeah.
Since you don't kick anymore, I can call you old right now.
Yeah, right.
So, but Zach does help out with the kickers in the program. And by the way, if you want your kid to be a kicker, head to the Zach Current kicking camps and get a hold of Zach and send me an email at the radio station if you're interested in that. Second and goal at the 8-yard line. Wise and Newman all in an I formation. Wing left is Keaton-Meyer. Split to the left side is Bullman. Steffen takes the snap off. Play action. Has time. Dump left. Incomplete. He went for Newman, who was open, but Steffen was under some pretty good duress from Hayden Hamill, who had 6 tackles for a loss and 2 sacks last week. It's third down and goal with 13.7 to play in the first half.
Yeah, Cole Steffen there was rolling out to his left. That's a pretty hard pass for a right-handed quarterback. He made a pretty good attempt at it and just overthrew Newbadall there in the flat.
Third and goal at the 8-yard line. Newmadall and Wise split behind Steffen. Football on the right far side hash mark. Dawson split to the left side. Wing left is Keaton-Meyer. Drop it, a throw is Steffen. Steffen with time. Throws over the middle. Incomplete. Miscommunication between Steffen and Tweeten, the intended receiver near the goal line. Tweeten curled one way, Steffen threw it the other, and it's fourth down and the field goal unit on for Decorah.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, Darren. Colin was thinking it was either a dig or an out route, and Cole was thinking the opposite. And when you get in the red zone, they got to be on the same page, especially if you want to put points on the board.
Parker Lane is the kicker. High snap, gloved well by Strand. Lane's kick is up and good, and with 6 seconds left in the first half, it's the first field goal of the season for Decorah. 25-yard field goal from Parker Lane. The high snap was from Adam Hovden, was gloved very well by Paul Strand, and the Vikings get some points on the board. And more importantly, keep a confident walk-on offense off the field for the majority of the final 5.5 minutes of the first half.
yeah, we did a good job, and we finally, we sustained a drive into the red zone. And when you get in the red zone, you got to capitalize. And I remember when I was in high school, and we had a tough time with that. Being a young group, and you just got to want it that much more when you get in the red zone and capitalize on your opportunities.
67 yards, 16 plays, 5:29 off the clock. The only thing you probably wanted more was
6 points instead of 3.
Yep. Oh, by the way, I got to send a shout out to, just got a text message from Bridget Mitchell. She said it was great announcing. She must be talking about Zach Current, not me.
Yeah, I don't think that part's true.
Kicking from left to right, Parker Lane. Appreciate everybody listening on FM 100.5 tonight. So we can let Rink Daddy have the airwaves on AM 1240 for the Luther game. Here's Lane's kick coming out of the far side. It's taken there by Snitker near the 8-yard line. Looks to turn upfield. He lunges ahead and maybe gets to the 20-yard line. So Waukon will get one play with 0.7 of a second left here in the first half. We'll see how the Indians play it. 16-3 the score. Wyatt Willie an interception return. A Hesse to Mathis connection. Waukon has converted on both their 2-point conversions. Parker Lane with a 25-yard field goal for Decorah. Hesse will be in the pistol. Hogan behind him. Swenson split to the left side. To the near side right is Mathis. And Hesse will just take a knee. Your first half thoughts, 16-3 Waukon.
We got to do a better job. One, offensively, we got to put points on the board if we're gonna beat teams, and I think we probably dominated the time of possession, but that doesn't matter when you turn the ball over. And I will give credit to our defense, though. I mean, we had two fumble recoveries, and you got to give the defense credit for that. They're not giving up out there. So the 16 points on the board, 8 of that is off of an interception, return for a touchdown. So, I think. As far as offensively, I think that's the biggest key that we need to work on right now. And
just consistency.
Right, consistency, and I think that's the biggest thing.
All right, 16-3 here at the halftime break, and we will have our halftime show coming up next. We'll get a Decorah Viking volleyball update from Sheena Holthouse next after we hear from Greg and Marty Wise with Plan One Financial, Wicks Construction, Decorah Tire Service, and Dr. Kelly Riggin Chiropractic.
Quarterback, he can throw on the run, he can throw in the pocket, he makes good decisions, and his wide receivers have helped him out pretty well too. He's going up and making some catches, and that number 18 for Waukon, he's made some really above average high school plays tonight, and making Peyton look even better than he's good, but even making him look better.
Helping him out, just doing the team thing, and that's Wyatt Willie. And of course, on the defensive side of the ball, a 63-yard interception return for a score. Parker Lane will kick off from right to left. It will be the aforementioned Wyatt Willie and Mitchell Snitker back deep for Decorah, or for Waukon. Waukon getting the football to start the second half. It's a 16-3 lead for Waukon as well. Lane with the approach and the kick. Good boot into this one as it comes down to the near side hash. It's dropped by Willie. He picks it up again at the 6. He's to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. He's to the 25 and brought down. A helmet losing hit from Sean Schindler, bringing down Willie, and Willie is hurt on the play at the 30-yard line. Schindler was the man who lost his helmet, for the record, and it looks like Willie is in a lot of pain right now.
Yeah, I've seen him kicking his leg there a little bit on the ground. I hope it's, you never wish another team or another player to get hurt like that, and you hope it's nothing serious.
The Indian training staff out there, as well as head coach Chad Bierman for Waukon. Dr. Dave helping out as usual. Now he'll head back to the sideline, noticing the situation is under control. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line as Willie is down. And now he will try to get to his feet and He's holding
like a collarbone or something, maybe possibly, but he's moving that there pretty good. So
he's holding an upper body, as we would say, as the NHL would allow you to say. Colin Tweeten and Tim Winter at the defensive ends. Cole Headington and Austin Keck at the tackles right now. It's Zach Lee, or Dominic Mueller, and Garrett Wise at the linebackers right now. Decorah in a 4-man front. 1st and 10 from the 30. Hesse takes the snap, half roll left side, throws over the middle. The catch is made by Tanner Mathis beneath the coverage of Zach Lee at the 35, and it's a gain of 5 yards.
That Waukon had a receiver split to the left side there and crossed 2 linebackers' face for Decorah, and didn't see him there. I hope that they can correct that in the next situation that they have. When Dominic Mueller went right by him, and Garrett Wise didn't see him going in front of his face, but he was wide open. 2nd
and 5 from the 35. Twin receivers left side. And a pistol set give off the right side. I believe this is Mitchell Snitker plowing forward to near the 40-yard line. Garrett Wise, the primary defender for Decorah. It was Snitker on the carry. They'll give him the 40. You just need to get beyond the 40 for the first time. So 3rd and inches for Waukon, up 16-3 early stages, 3rd quarter. We should say Willie is back in the game for Waukon. 3rd and inches from the 40. Willie to the left side. Tanner Mathis to the near side right. Wingback left. Steiber goes in motion right. Pistol set with Hesse and with Snitker. Driving to throw is Hesse, pumping once. He's under pressure. Now he scrambles off to his right side. He's pumping again. He's hit at the 35 and dragged down. At the 39-yard line, Zach Lee with some nice closing speed to bring down Hesse. At the 39-yard line, he is shy of a first down.
That was good closing speed, as you alluded to, Darren, and he really broke down and made a good tackle there for being short of the first down, and brings up 4th and 1.
Indians are going to keep the offense on the field. Something tells me they wouldn't have called that play on 3rd down if they were going to plan on punting. 4th and a good yard from the 39. 2 receivers left side, 3 receivers off to the right. Hesse in the shotgun, 5 on the line of scrimmage for Decorah. Football on the right or near side hash. Hesse will quick kick. Hesse will quick kick. It'll roll inside the 30, inside the 20, and it'll be covered up at the 17-yard line. Hayden Hamill, the man that went downfield to cover that one up. So Hesse on the quick kick, a 34-yard punt, no return, 9:44 to play here in quarter number 3. It is a lead of 16-3 for Waukon, but a 3-and-out from the defense right there.
Yeah.
It was a 3-and-out.
Yep, and it was a well done by the defense, and good leadership by Zach Lee to make that stop on 3rd down. You need those, you got to get off the field on 3rd down. We did that and got a punt, and hopefully the offense can put a good drive here.
Right to left go the Vikings. Cole Steffen in at quarterback. Mott and Keaton-Meyer to the left side. I formation in the backfield with Lee and Wise. Tight end right side is Tweeten. The give is to Wise, and he is hit immediately as he tried right guard and got bumped down right near the line of scrimmage. Dawson Reagan, the primary defender. It's a loss of about a half yard, 2nd and circa 10.
Yeah, the defender was about getting the handoff there in the backfield.
2nd and 10 will be from the 18-yard line. This is FM 100.5, KDEC FM Decorah. 2 receivers left side, split backs with Wise and Lee. Tight end right side is Lee. Football on the left or near side hash mark. Ben Duggar back in at center. He'll snap it to Steffen, and the give was to Lee on a trap play to the left side. He's out across the 20, brought down between the numbers and the hash mark by Reagan at the 21. Lee gets 3, 3rd down and long for Decorah. 16-3 Waukon, 8:50 to play in the 3rd. Decorah was 3 of 6 in the first half on 3rd down conversions. Dawson Meyer and Keaton-Meyer to the right side. Tight end left is Tweeten. Split backs with Wise and Lee. Dropping a throw is Steffen. Steffen under pressure. Sidearm toss right side incomplete. He threw it well short of the marker to Zach Lee, who was covered well by Tanner Mathis at the 25, and a 3-and-out from the offense to start the second half. So 4th and 7 upcoming, and Zach Lee in the punt unit coming on. Adam Hovden is the long snapper.
We had good protection there by the offensive line, and Colt just didn't make the best of throw and resulted in a 3-and-out.
Snitker and Mathis back deep to field the punt of Zach Lee. Zach Lee catches a helmet-high snap. He'll move forward and get the kick away. Short kick bounces at the 50-yard line, and it will take a lateral hop out of bounds at the Decorah 49. So not the punt you wanted that time. 28 yards, no return. 8:14 to play in the third, and the Indians have the field position advantage, a plus territory start at the Decorah 49. 16-3 Waukon. We're in the third quarter. Hesse will be in the pistol with Snitker behind him. Waukon left to right. Football left hash. 3 receivers set. Make it a 2-receiver set and a tight end on the left side. Hesse takes the snap, rolling to his right side. He has time. He fires down the middle, incomplete. He threw it short of Mathis, cutting towards the post, covered well by Lane Ralph at the 25, 2nd and 10.
That was good defensive coverage by our defensive backs there, and we had good pressure. I don't know whoever is on the left end got a hand up there and forced an air throw, and we got 2nd and long, and that's what you're looking for on first down.
Tim Winter was the man providing the pressure on the previous play. 2nd and 10 from the 49. Left hash, far side. Willie to the left side with Swenson. Mathis and Hummel to the right side. The pistol set with Hesse and Snitker. In motion right to left goes Mathis. Yep. Screen pass right side. Incomplete and nearly intercepted. The Vikings, did they fire a linebacker, or was that just some good pressure by Austin Keck? They tried to set up a screen pass to Snitker on the near side, and Tim Winter almost had himself an interception. It's 3rd and long for the Indians.
Yeah, Tim did a great job there staying home. He recognized it as a screen pass, and I think if he would have seen the ball just a hair bit earlier, he could have had himself, I don't know how fast he is, but the end zone was wide open. There was nobody stopping him.
3rd down and 10 from the 49-yard line. 3 receivers set. Mathis in motion, taking the snap is Hesse. He's under pressure. Steps up in the pocket. Lofts the pass. Right side. Sean Schindler inside the 30 at the 28-yard line. The ball was a touch underthrown, intended for Tanner Mathis, and Sean Schindler with his first varsity takeaway.
Another takeaway by this Viking defense. I think that's 3 now on the night, and you got to take some of that energy and use it on the offensive side of the ball here and get something rolling. That was a nice break on the ball by Sean Schindler.
1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. The Indians turned it over 3 times last week, and they've turned it over 3 times tonight. To the right side will go Mott and Keaton Meyer. Split backs with Lee and Wise. Right to left go the Vikings. Football on the left hash. Steffen takes the snap, gives to Wise, and he is buried in the backfield. Offensive line just got absolutely blown up that time. No matter Cole could have handed off the 3 guys and it would have been a loss, and the forward progress is back to the 23, a loss of 5 yards. The guy making the play was Michael Schulte.
Yeah, he could have handed off the 3 guys, and one of them was a walk-on player in the backfield.
Boy, that is getting your booty kicked right there. 2nd and 15 from the 23-yard line. Bowman to the left side. Split to the far side right is Keaton Meyer. I formation with Lee and with Wise. Tight end right side is Schindler. And now Steffen drops the snap from center, moves forward, and maybe gets to the 24-yard line. Steffen's going to get a yard. He got something out of nothing. It's 3rd down upcoming. Middle of the Indy defense there to bring down Steffen, and unfortunately the Vikes can't stand prosperity.
Yeah, it comes back to your mental focus, and we can't have errors like that if we need to. We're trying to put points on the board, and we can't have errors like that.
3rd and 14 from the 24 left hash. 2 receivers left side, tight end right. Split backs in the backfield. Taking the snap is Steffen. He has time. He airs it out left side, going for Dawson Meyer. The ball was a touch underthrown, and it's incomplete. Willie and Snitker knocked the ball away from Meyer on the near left side hash, or numbers at the 45-yard line. A 3-and-out from the offense after the takeaway.
When your defense is providing takeaways like that and interception, the offense has to capitalize on that.
Zach Leon in punt formation. This time they're only going to send Snitker back deep in single safety. Mathis, the other return man, is up near the line of scrimmage now. Snap back in good shape. He'll move forward. He'll get the kick away, and that one over the head of Snitker. He makes an over-the-shoulder catch at the 36 far side. He runs to the 40 to the 45. He's to the 50 up the far side and gets knocked out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the Decorah 44. Punt goes 40. Return goes 18. So first down and 10 for Waukon and plus territory once again. 6:17 to play. Third quarter, Indians up by a 16-3 margin.
I'd like to see Zach Lee do a little bit better job of directional punting. I know he can do it. I've seen him do it. You can't let that returner take advantage of the field. That's an illegal substitution?
Yes, because I'll explain that in a second. Cluster of three receivers to the right side. Hesse will take the snap. He'll give the Snitker. He's hit by Austin Keck and brought down right immediately at the 45-yard line as he tried the left side, brought down between the numbers and the hash mark after a gain of 0. What happened there is the ball was ready for play, and then the Indians sent a player in from the sideline. At the ready for play signal, if you are going to participate in the play, you need to be inside the numbers.
Yep.
Second and 10 from the 45-yard line. Low snap to Hesse. He'll take the snap out of the gun. Under pressure, throws the right side. Catch is made by Willie. He lost the football. Now they're going to rule it incomplete as the intended receiver was Hayden Hamill and Lane Ralph knocked the ball away from him. It's third down.
I remember a similar situation to me like that in a playoff game at home, and they ended up calling it a fumble, and I ended up losing the ball.
So, third and 10 from the 45, Decorah territory, 5:38 to play third quarter. Indians up by a 16-3 margin. Two receivers left side, two receivers right. Hesse in the shotgun, Snitker to his right. Snitker out of the backfield in motion to the right near side, dropping the throw is Hesse. Hesse has time, throwing over the middle, nearly intercepted again as Cole Steffen at safety that time. Got to the ball before Hayden Hamill, or correction, Wyatt Willie did, and it's fourth down. So the Viking defender is starting to recognize these routes a little better.
And Austin Keck in there again. He got upfield and was in Hesse's face.
Fourth and 10 from the 45-yard line. Snap back to Hesse. Screen pass right side. Flag is down. They'll make the catch to Mathis. Mathis turns upfield. He's inside the 35, inside the 30, and gets brought down at the 32-yard line, but it's going to get waved off due to an illegal motion at the snap. So it was a well-executed play. It was part of the reason it was well executed. There were two Decorah guys that got held like nobody's business on the near side. That call was missed, but it really doesn't matter because there was an illegal motion at the snap. It ended up being a 15-yard play, or would have been a 13-yard play. But it's going to get waved off, so it's fourth down and 15 for Waukon.
I'm going to guess, being at the 50-yard line now, you're probably going to see maybe that quick punt formation.
Fourth and 15. Three receivers right, two receivers left. They quick kicked out of this formation last time, and Hesse does the same again, but he kicked it off the side of his foot. It bounces at the 30, rolls inside the 30, and out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So they're going to get a 25-yard punt out of that. And no return. We have 5:11 to play in the third quarter. It's still a 16-3 lead for Waukon. That is the score we had at halftime. Wyatt Willie an interception, return a Peyton Hesse to Tanner Mathis connection. Indians made both their extra points, or their 2-point extra points, and with 6/10 of a second left in the first half, Parker Lane got a field goal for Decorah from 25 yards out. Bikes right to left. Left hash, first and 10 from the 25-yard line, and the Indians are going to call a timeout. 5:11 to play in the third. Indians 16, Vikings 3. Let's take a break for Henning Construction. We're in the third quarter. It's 16-3 Waukon. There's 5:11 to play here in the third quarter. Vikings defense have been, I think you've seen a lot of improvement on the defensive end to this point, because one of the scores you gave up was a 63-yard interception return for a touchdown. You forced 3 turnovers tonight as well, but got to get this offense in gear, Zach.
Yeah, we got to get something rolling here on offense, and it just comes down to, as Coach Post would say, it might sound simple, but just blocking. Get on a guy, stay with him, drive him back, and it'll prove dividends.
First and 10, 25-yard line, left near hash. I formation, twins to the left side. Give off the left side to a new back in. That's Jacob Rohr. He stumbles across the 30, brought down in front of the walk-on bench at the 36-yard line. Mitchell Snitker, the man that brought him down. A gain of 11 on Rohr's first carry of the night and a first down.
Yeah, I like the balance that Rohr shows. He gets hit, puts his hand down, keeps his balance, spins around, gets off another tackler, and gets a good 10-yard gain on first down. We'll take that every time.
First and 10, 36-yard line, left near hash mark. Split backs, wing left, Keaton Meyer. Split to the left side is Bowman. Tight end right is Tweeten. Taking the snap is Steffen. He'll give to Meyer on a wing back sweep across the 40. He's across the 45 to the 50 and wrestled down. Brought down on the play at the 48-yard line on a rough tackle by Hayden Hamill. It is a gain on the play of 16 and a first down. A well-executed wingback sweep to Keaton Meyer. First and 10, 48-yard line, walk-on territory. Wing left is Keaton Meyer, split left Dawson Meyer, tight end right, Sweeten, split backs with Rohr and with Lee. Here is Steffen off play action, has plenty of time, throws deep down the right side. Rohr is lonesome, makes the catch, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Jacob Rohr was absolutely wide open up the far side. The Vikes score a touchdown for the first time tonight. It's 16-9 with 4:12 left in quarter number 3.
That old counter sweep 6 sets up the nice play action there, and Rohr's wide open for the touchdown.
75 yards, 4 plays, taking 3 plays, I should say, taking 59 seconds off the clock. Parker Lane for the PAT. Paul Strand is your holder. Adam Hovden is your snapper. High snap again, gloved well by Strand, and the PAT hits the upright and bounces out, but Rick Slifka, the umpire, threw a flag. And I am wondering if Waukon had too many men on the field there.
They're
counting them.
Yep, they
a substitution infraction on the Indians. So Decorah will get another chance to kick the PAT. Now Strand is coming to the sideline and getting instructions from Coach Bill Post.
I haven't seen Coach Post get that excited on the sideline in a long time, but he was sure excited after that touchdown.
Perhaps since quality to Peter for a state championship digger, Murray. So Decorah will try again. The mark will be from the 8-yard line. So Lane's PAT, which hit the upright and bounced out, doesn't count. PAT attempt, take 2. High snapped, gloved well by Strand, and this time it's right through the uprights. The PAT is good by Parker Lane. It's a 16-10 lead for the Indians with 4:12 to play. Quarter number 3, this for Bruning Rock Products. Decorah will restart the ball game after a 75-yard, 3-play drive. The 8th touchdown pass in the career of Cole Steffen, or the 7th one. And just a little bit of a note, Jacob Rohr becomes the first player on this squad to be involved in a touchdown in their career other than Cole Steffen. Because Cole had 4 touchdown runs in his career, 6 touchdown passes. Nobody else had scored on the varsity. And Jacob Rohr ends that trend and ends it in a hurry with the help of Cole. Lane's kick, this one is deep, comes nice down kick to the near side, taken at the 1 by Willie to the 15, to the 20, he's to the 25, and Adam Hubden wrestles him down at the 22-yard line, and there's a lot of excitement on that Decorah sideline right now. You can hear the Viking faithful from across the way.
Adam Hubden, he might not start on defense or start on offense, but he gives it his all when he's out there and playing on special teams, and he's a big contributor to on the extra points and field goal. He's a long snapper on the punt team, going down on the kickoff coverage team and being the first one down there and making the tackle. That's a good teammate.
Indians left to right, 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Blaine Swenson in motion left and then right. They give us to Snitker, hitting the backfield, and down he goes. Austin Keck with the TFL for a loss of 2 as they tried the left side, and Keck brought him down at the 21.
This in the second half here, the Austin Keck is proven himself here and had a couple tackles for loss in the last defensive possession and showing well here again.
2nd and 11 from the 21-yard line. 2 receivers right, single receiver left. Mathis in motion right to left. Taking the snap is Hesse. Hesse under pressure. Steps up in the pocket. Hit from behind by Tim Winter, and Austin Keck helps bring him down as well at the 21-yard line. 3rd and long coming up for the Indians. And Cole Headington was there as well.
The Decorah defense right now is playing really, really fast and seeing things well. And, I just hope they keep their mental focus because, sometimes you can get a little bit too excited here and make a mistake or have a penalty.
3rd down and 10 from the 22-yard line. 3 receivers left, single receiver right. Hesse half roll left side, throws deep down the right sideline, going for his man, incomplete. Hayden Hamill, the intended receiver, was just in a pretty good hand fight with Keaton Meyer, and the ball off target as well. It's 4th down. So a 3 and out from the defense after the score, and I know the term continuity football is used right there from time to time by coaches, and that's one of the first times we've seen that this year.
Yeah, I see some frustration with some walk-on football players on the sideline, and I can see that Decorah is really, they're getting after it and not giving up,
First punt of the night for the Indians. Snap back to Willie in good shape, moves forward, gets the kick away, bounces at the 50-yard line. Roar wisely gets away from it, and that's the first regular punt, I should say, for the Indians tonight.
Yep.
And Chris Miller will be down to touch it at the 42. So a 38-yard punt, no return. And Decorah will have the football. 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. 2:39 to play here in the 3rd quarter.
I'd like to see, I'm gonna call and say we're gonna come out with a pass play and hopefully we can get some good yardage here.
1st down and 10 from the 42-yard line. Hopefully the Vikes can get it together right here. They trail 16-10 with 2:39 to play in the 3rd. Left near side hash mark is where the football lines. Counter sweep coming to Keaton Meyer right side. Looks for an opening, doesn't have one. It's covered up in the center of the field right at the 43-yard line, a gain of a yard. Off the bottom of the pile was Colin Stiebert. 2nd down upcoming.
I seen Tim Winter there grabbing the tip of his toe there. Looked like maybe he's cramping up a little bit. Hopefully these guys can stay hydrated here.
2nd and 9 from the 43, I formation. Split to the left side is Bowman. Here's an option left side. Steffen makes the pitch to Wise, looking to turn upfield. Wise runs into his own blocker and gets covered up by Hayden Hamill at the 44-yard line on the near side numbers. A gain of only a yard. 3rd down upcoming for Decorah. 16-10 walk on inside of 2 minutes to play in the 3rd.
We ran into our own blocker there, but I think also you got to look at it, and I think he made a good decision, because if he would have, that number 32 for us, I don't...
Keaton Meyer,
if he would have blocked that guy, it would have been a block in the back. So it was a good heads-up decision by him not to block that guy.
3rd and 8 from the 44-yard line. Steffen takes the snap, drops back to throw. Steffen with time, scrambles to his right, fires over the middle, nearly intercepted. Dawson Meyer was sitting in the walk-on zone at the walk-on 45. Wyatt Willie made a break on the ball and almost had his 2nd pick of the night. 3 and out from the offense. 4th and 8 it will be, and Zach Lee will be on in punt formation once again.
Like to see a good punt here, get it inside the 20 and angle it to a sideline.
It'll be Mathis and Snitker back deep for Waukon. Lee's snap from Hovden is dropped. Lee will pick it up. He got away from it once, and now he will just sit on the football at the 35-yard line. There was absolutely no pressure that time. Zach Lee covers up the ball at the 35-yard line in Indian territory, and big mistake right there.
First things first, when you're punting, you got to catch the ball first.
1st and 10, Waukon territory, 35-yard line. They'll take another timeout for Water. 16-10, Waukon, minute 10 to play in the third. Let's hear from the company. A couple of folks from this company listening in tonight, Rockweiler Appliance and TV.
Riley just went downstairs.
16-10, Waukon, minute 10 to play in the third quarter, 2:35 left in the game in lacrosse tonight. Wisconsin lacrosse leading Luther 26-19. Norse just blocked a field goal and have the football back. $1:10 to play here in the third. Out of the Water timeout. Indian football left to right. Football on the right side hash. Willie and Swenson split to the left. Mathis to the right. Wing back. Steiber goes in motion right. Pistol set. Drop it a throw. Hesse. Dump left. Caught by Steiber. 35-30. Angling left to the 20. And finally tripped up right there. It was Dominic Mueller that brought him down. A gain of 15 yards. And Steiber went to the flat and nobody followed him.
Yeah, that was Dominic Mueller's guy. I seen him point. He did a little shift over to the left side of the formation, and he went right out in the flat and caught the pass. And I seen Dominic pointed right to him, and I don't know if he didn't think that he had that guy, but that's his guy in the flat at being a linebacker.
1st and 10, 20-yard line. 3 receivers to the cluster on the right. Hesse takes the snap, pitch to Snitker right side, looking to turn upfield. Snitker gets inside the 15, carrying tacklers inside the 10. Finally brought down near the 5-yard line. Austin Keck finished him off. A gain of 15 and a 1st and goal for Waukon with 34 seconds left in the third. Garrett Wise helped out on the stop, but the Indians trying to take advantage of the special teams miscue for Decorah. A cluster of 3 receivers to the right side. Tight end on the left side is Willie. Pistol set with Snitker and Hesse. Flag flies as Hesse thumps it right, and it's caught by Mathis for a touchdown. Another flag flew from the umpire, and it might be the same call. Ray Armel, the back judge, and the umpire, Rick Slivka, called the same thing, and it's going to be an illegal participation against Decorah. So the touchdown will stand. 35-yard, 3-play drive after the fumbled snap on the punt. And it's 22-10, Waukon, and they will go for 2 once again. 3 receivers right side. Tight end on the left side is Willie. Shotgun set for Hesse, and to his right is Snitker. Mathis in motion right and then left. Snap goes through the legs of Hesse. He's under pressure. He's being clapped. The ball goes towards the end zone, and it's incomplete as Hesse was being put on his backside by Schindler and Wise as he threw the football. Indians take advantage of the miscue. 22-10, still a 2-score lead for Waukon with 8.6 seconds to play in the third quarter. Let's take a break for Hovden Oil. Waukon 22, Decorah 10. Indians on the board for the first time here in the third quarter. Second touchdown pass of the night for Peyton Hesse. Both going to Tanner Mathis. 6 touchdowns and 3 picks on the season now for Peyton Hesse. Strand and Rohr back deep to field the kick of Chris Miller, who puts the ball on the left hash mark on the far side at the 40-yard line, kicking left to right. There's the approach and the kick. Down to the center of the field. Strand catches it at the 15, runs to the 15, 20, 25. He's to the 30 and gets dragged down. Nice open field stop just shy of the 30-yard line by Brandon Reagan. First and 10 for Decorah from that point. Down 2 scores. Late third quarter, in fact, with 3.6 seconds to play. Football on the right or far side hash mark. Mott and Meyer to the right side. Split backs with Numedal and Wise right now. Keaton Meyer in motion right to left. Decorah right to left as well. Pitch to Wise, left side. Gets a nice block from Meyer. Turns upfield across the 35 to the 40 and knocked to the walk-on sideline at the 44-yard line. Garrett Wise with a gain of 14. That's the end of the third quarter. Walk on, leading 22-10. Let's hear from Vic Seating and Plumbing. 22-10 walk-on. Decorah, 222 yards of total offense. Walk-on, 212. Probably the story of the game has been miscues and turnovers both ways. Walk-on takes better care of the football. This probably isn't even a contest anymore, Zach. And Decorah with a big dropped punt snap, and that gave Walk-on ball at the 35-yard line, and they were able to take advantage of it as well. So hasn't honestly been the prettiest of football either way tonight, but it's a 2-score game as we start the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and you said that the walk-on offense probably would have a lot more points on the board, but then give credit to the Decorah defense for making the plays. So.
Correct. Vikings left to right here in the fourth quarter. Keaton Meyer to the left side. To the near side right is Bowman. Split backs with Numedal and Wise. Tight end left is Tweeten. Give to Numedal left side. Finds a gap across the 50. He's up the left sideline to the 45 and a wrestle to the far left Decorah sideline. At the 43-yard line, Stieber in on the stop, a gain of 15. Brendan Numedal getting some touches and doing some good things.
Yeah, and it all starts up front. The offensive linemen got some good holes up there, and they're moving guys backwards. And 15 yards on first down, that's something to work off of.
Ben Duggar is back in at center. He's rotated with Cyric Nelson a couple of times tonight. Adam Hovden has rotated a little bit at quick guard with Bradley Corrigan. First and 10, walk-on, 43, left hash. Steffen takes the snap, gives to Wise, looks for an opening, tries to exploit a hole off right guard. He gets as far as the 39-yard line and just ran into a brick wall there. They're going to mark him at the 40. It was Stieber and Willie in on the stop. Gain of 3.
Still, give credit there. We still got a good surge, 3-4 yards there on first down. That we'll take that.
Second and 7 from the 40-yard line. To the right side goes Mott. To the left side will go Keaton Meyer. Wise and Numedal split behind. Steffen taking the snap. Pitch to Wise left side with little fella out in front. He turns up the left sideline. 30. He's to the 25-20. Lowers the shoulder and gets brought down by Mathis. At the 19-yard line, Mathis taking the brunt of that blow. A 21-yard gain to the short side of the field and a first down for Decorah.
I'm going to give a lot of credit to Keegan Littlefield there. He was moving. I think I seen fire come out underneath his shoes there, and Garrett Wise was following right with his hand on his back, and Keegan made a good block for Garrett to cut up the field.
10:30 to play, 22-10 Indians. 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. Meyer to the left side, to the right side is Bowman. Left far hash. Numedal and Wise split behind Steffen. Numedal gets the call off the left side, cuts it back towards the middle. Across the 15 and down he goes at the 11-yard line. And that kid just finds a hole and just goes. He gets a 9 on the play. He was brought down on the play by Blaine Swenson.
I was just going to mention that, Darren. Yeah, he sees a hole, he plants his foot, and he's going north and south with his shoulders, lowered, and he's going to run somebody over.
2nd and 2 from the 11-yard line, left hash. Far side hash. Dawson Meyer to the right side. Keaton Meyer off to the left. Split backs with Numedal and Wise. Tight end left is Tweeten. Steffen takes the snap, gives to Numedal. No, he keeps it left side. He runs inside the 10. He's inside the 5. He fights to the goal line. He is in! Touchdown! A tough run from Cole Steffen on the quarterback keeper. It's 22-16 Indians with 9:37 to play. Vikings just not giving up, Zach.
Yeah, that was a nice belly ride there by Cole Steffen. He let that ball ride all the way out until that defender committed to him and then pulled it out and went around the edge. And he had to make a couple people miss too on the outside there and showed some toughness getting in and crossing that goal line for 6 points.
Lane for the PAT. Out of the hole of Strand. High snap again. Gloved by Strand, and Parker's PAT is up and good. It is 22-17 Waukon. 9:37 to play in the game. Let's take a timeout for Hacker Nelson. $9:37 to play. Indians 22, Decorah 17. 2 touchdowns here in the second half for Decorah. One on a Cole Steffen to Jacob Rohr, 45-yard touchdown run. Another on a Cole Steffen quarterback keeper. The Indians, their lone score was a Hesse to Mathis connection. Hesse and Mathis have connected twice for scores tonight. Wyatt Willie also has a interception return for a touchdown. Lane kicking off from left to right. Kicks have been pretty good tonight. Here's the approach and the kick.
Good hang time.
It comes down to Snitker at the 12, near side hash. He's to the 15-20, up the near side numbers to the 30. He lost his footing and got covered up right at the 31-yard line. And he tried to make the cut, and if he would have kept his footing, he probably would have been in business. But 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Left to right goes the Waukon Indians. They
right to left.
Right to left. The directionally challenged Darren Swenson at the mic alongside Zach Current.
I gotta chip in when I can and get a little shot on you there.
Exactly. 1st and 10, 32-yard line. 3 receivers set, 2 left, 1 right, and the Indians are going to take a timeout as Jed Hema, the offensive coordinator, tells Don DeLora, the line judge, that he wants to have a chat, and he's going to have one. 9:32 left. It is 22-17 Waukon. Let's take a break for Wellington Place. Here's our situation, 22-17 Waukon. They have led the majority of the night, in fact, all of the night, with the exception of the first 5:21 of the game. They have a 1st and 10, football in their own territory at the 32-yard line. They move right to left. The football is on the left or near side hash. The Vikes are playing with 5 on the defensive line, 2 linebackers, and 4 in the secondary. 2 receivers left, single receiver right. Hesse takes the snap, drops back to throw. Hesse with time, 1 receiver pattern, deep down the right sideline, going for Mathis, incomplete. Wayne Ralph knocked the football away from Mathis on the far side. Numbers at the 38-yard line in Decorah territory. 2nd down upcoming. I'm going to be honest, Wayne could have probably been called for face guarding there.
I would have to agree with you there, Darren. He was all sorts of turned around, and at the last minute he had his hand up there, and I was surprised that the referee didn't throw a flag.
2nd down upcoming from the 32-yard line. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Out of backfield in motion right goes Snitker. Hesse takes the snap, drops back to throw, fires over the middle. Catch is made by Willie. Wrestled down immediately by Mott on the near side hash at the 43. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
As a linebacker, you got to live to light that guy up coming across the middle like that. But that's another learning experience. It's something you got to see. You got to have vision of the field, and they'll get to it. It's just it takes time.
So, first and 10, 43-yard line, Waukon territory, 9:09 left. Indians up 22-17. Hesse takes the snap, gives to Snitker, right side, has a gap, exploits it a bit as he's brought down by Lillefeld in the middle of the field at the 46-yard line, a gain of 3 yards. 2nd and 7 upcoming. As Tim Winter is cramping up. So he'll have to head to the sideline, and Cyrek Nelson coming in. Surprised we haven't seen more of that, but obviously the kids have hydrated.
Yep, and give credit to the kids for doing and hydrating well.
2nd and 7 from the 46. Low snap to Hesse, off play action, has time, throws over the middle, and it is caught. They're going to rule it a catch to Wyatt Willie, slanting in at the 37-yard line in Decorah territory beneath the coverage of Keaton Mott. It'll be a first down and a gain of 17. Wyatt Willie's been the kind of the star of the night for Waukon. Probably more than kinda, he has been the star of the night. 8:15 to play.
Can you break the huddle with 12? I mean, that 12 men on the field?
I would argue it, but here's Hesse taking a low snap. He shovels a screen pass up the middle. It's caught by Snitker, angling to his right inside the 35 and wrestled down at the 30-yard line. Hesse took a low snap. He dropped it and kind of chest passed the ball up the middle, and it's caught by Snitker, and he ends up getting a gain of 7 yards.
I almost thought his knee was down when he picked that ball up. It was close, but credit to him, I guess. He got the ball off and made something out of nothing.
2nd and 3 from the 37 to play. Indians up 22-17. They're in Decorah territory. Backs on either side of the hip of Hesse, who takes another low snap. Hit by Keck as he throws the right side. Incomplete. And they are arguing for a pass interference, but it's Mathis was the intended receiver, and he was nowhere close to the football, and there was no contact, so there couldn't have been pass interference. It is 3rd and 3 upcoming. 3rd and 3 from the 30-yard line. 7:25 left. Indians up 22-17. Two receivers to the left side. Hesse in the pistol. Snitker to his left. Armstead, the fullback, moves to his right. Another low snap to Hesse. He's under pressure. He throws the left side. Catch is made at the 21-yard line by who else? Wyatt Willie, wrestled down by Zach Lee. It'll be a first down and a gain on the play of 9 yards. First and 10, 21-yard line. 7:17 left. Indians up 22-17.
Defense has got to come up with a stop here. They got to dig down deep and get a stop here.
3 receivers right, single receiver left. Hesse takes the snap, drops back to throw. Hit as he throws the right side, and nearly intercepted, and a flag is going to be thrown.
I don't know about that.
Lane Ralph had the coverage on Tanner Mathis, and a flag came from the back judge, and it's going to be a pass interference call. So that'll give the Indians the ball at the 10.5-yard line, because this will be a half the distance penalty. Give the Indians credit. Every time that the Vikings have taken a little bit of momentum in this game, they've just taken it right back.
Yep.
First and 10 at the 10.5-yard line. Swenson and Willie to the left side. Armstead, the fullback, on the right side of the line. Hesse takes the snap, has time, throws the left side, going for his man. Knocked away, incomplete. Dallas Mott says no, sir, as he knocked it away from Willie. The pass floated a bit too long, but a pretty good close by Mott in the secondary. Second down.
Yeah, pretty good closing there by Dallas Mott, and made a great play on the ball to knock it down. And as I mentioned earlier, you don't have to get the interception. You don't have to, you can knock it down. That if you can get a hand out and knock it down, that's better than having to be a touchdown.
Hesse throws the left side, catch made by Willie at the 10 to the 5 to the end zone for the touchdown. Hesse to Willie for the third touchdown pass for Peyton Hesse tonight, and the Indians back up 11 with 7 minutes to play. They answer the Decorah score with a 68-yard drive of their own. 10 plays, 2:37 off the clock. It's down to making plays when the game's on the line, and number 6 for Waukon, he's pretty good, ladies and gentlemen, as Hesse takes the snap, pitch to Snicker, right side, cuts it in off tackle, and he gets buried by Tim Winter. So the PAT no good. 28-17, 7 minutes to play. We'll keep it here during the break, and Vikes pulled within a score with 9:37 left on the Steffen 11-yard touchdown run, but the Indians took it right back down the field, a 68-yard, 10-play drive on a Hesse to Willie connection for 11 yards and a score.
How many yards receiving does Willie have, Darren?
I'm going to check on Wyatt Willie's receiving yards with Mary Herman. Let's see. Willie tonight, 6 catches, 114 yards. Peyton Hesse, 11 of 24 passing, 185 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. 7 minutes left in this one. Well, the Vikes have shown some resiliency in this first 2 weeks, but bottom line, resiliency only takes you so far.
Yep, and it just comes down to the little things, penalties, special teams with the drop punt there. That's small things lead to not mistakes, but lead to big exclamation points on the scoreboard, because that the interception and that dropped punt there leads to 2 scores, and you take those 2 away, and it's a different ball game here, Darren.
Wisconsin Lacrosse has beaten Luther 26-19 tonight up at Lacrosse. Norse will have their home opener a week from tomorrow against St. Olaf. Here's the approach and the kick by Miller. It's a short kick that bounces, and one of the upbacks takes it at the 31 and just plows ahead across the 40 to the 42-yard line. I believe on the return was Derek Hendrickson that time. So first down and 10. Good field position for Decorah from the 42-yard line.
That's the thing, on a kickoff like that, the ball's kicked a little bit short. You're in that second line there, and you want to try and catch the ball if you can, whether it's a fair catch or you catch it and run. You don't want to let the ball hit the ground, because you don't know what way it's going to bounce. That could have bounced 10 yards back towards Waukon. They pick it up, and onside recovery.
First and 10, 42-yard line. Cyric Nelson back in at center. He snaps it to Steffen. He gives it to Jacob Rohr. He plows ahead behind the blocking of his center, and up the middle he goes for maybe 2 yards. Austin Hogan amongst others in on the stop. 2nd and 8 upcoming. 2nd and 8 from the 44-yard line. 28-17 walk on. With 6.5 remaining. 2 receivers, one split either way, I formation with Rohr and Numedal. They give it to Brendan once again. He tried the trap play off the left side and gets covered up. Brought down on the play by Christopher Miller. A gain of 3 yards, so it's 3rd down upcoming. Indians up 28-17, trying to go to 2-0 and trying to beat the Vikings for the first time since 07.
As we mentioned earlier, it's too bad that they couldn't have played in 2012, 2013. That would have been some good matchups to see.
I'm going to call it as it is. It was asinine that they didn't. 3rd and 5 from the 47. Receivers left and right, I formation. Steffen takes the snap, gives to Numedal. No, he keeps it behind the blocking of Numedal left side. He tries to bounce 3 at the 45 and lunges ahead to the 44-yard line in walk-on territory. It'll be a first down and a gain of 9 yards. Again, tough running for...
That was Cole Steffen on that run.
Cole Steffen, yep. Behind the blocking of Numedal after he faked to him. My description wasn't good enough.
It must have been a good fake then.
Yep. First and 10 from the 44-yard line. Split receiver left, wing left is Keaton Meyer, tight end right is Schindler. Split backs in the backfield with Rohr and Numedal. Steffen takes the snap off play action. He has time. He rolls to his right. He's in trouble. He scrambles now to his left, and he gets sacked. Brought down by Blaine Swenson at the 50-yard line. It's a loss of 6 yards. Coverage sack that time for the Indians.
I'll give the Waukon defensive lineman credit there. They never gave up on the play. The defensive lineman had a couple, one offensive lineman in their face and a back blocking him, and he still managed to get to the quarterback. So I will give credit to them there. They did a good job.
2nd and 16 from the 50. Dawson Meyer to the right, Keaton Meyer to the left. Rohr and Numedal split behind Steffen. Pitch goes to Rohr left side. Littlefield to block. He turns inside the 45 and brought down outside the hash mark at the 44-yard line. They'll mark him at the 43, a gain of 7 yards. 3rd and 9 upcoming. Decorah down to 4 minutes remaining. It's 28-17. Waukon. 3 touchdown passes from Peyton Hesse tonight. 2 to Tanner Mathis, 1 to Wyatt Willie. And a Willie interception return for a score. 3rd and 9 from the 43-yard line. Taking the snap, Steffen, option right side. He makes the pitch to Rohr. He turns upfield and gets covered up. On the near side, hash mark by Chris Miller at the 45-yard line. A loss of 2 yards, just no good options for Cole on the option.
Yeah, that Waukon read that play and had people in the right position, and everybody stayed home for Waukon. They executed well, and nothing you could do there.
So, early 4th and ball game here for Decorah with 3:18 to play. 28-17 Waukon. Dallas Mott to the left side, Keaton Meyer to the right. Split backs in the backfield with Rohr and Numedal. Tight end right is Schindler. 5-man front for Waukon. Steffen takes the snap, bobbled it a bit, throws the right side, threw it too tall for Keaton Meyer, incomplete. Peyton Hesse, he had the coverage, and it's a 4th down turnover back to the Indians. 2:59 to play in the game. It's 28-17 Waukon.
Defense is gonna have to create a 3-and-out here, or a turnover or something to try and help us out and get back in this ball game.
Well, it's going to be a tough task now.
Yep.
3:54 left. You almost need a turnover early in this series. Willie and Swenson to the left side. Three receivers set. Mathis in motion. Hesse takes the snap, gives to Snitker left side. Snitker moves ahead between the hash marks and brought down at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5 on the previous play. 2nd down upcoming. It looks like the Indians are going to be throwing the football, and that's going to be their bread and butter, but they do run it well enough to keep defenses honest, Zach.
Yeah, they do, and it showed there that they can run the ball, and they're going to have to run the ball a little bit to give Peyton Hesse and the receivers a little bit of breathing room.
2nd and 5 from the 49. Give to Snitker. Finds a gap off the right side. It's closed quickly, but he plows ahead to the 49-yard line. And Decorah will take a timeout with 2:49 to play as Mueller in on the stop. So 3rd down and 4 upcoming, and we'll take our final break for the good folks at Decorah Physical Therapy and Rehab. .2:14 remaining in the ball game. Hasn't been the prettiest of football, but it's been an entertaining, competitive one tonight. A lot of mistakes both ways, but you know what? It's early in the season, and both these teams with a lot to improve from here. It's 3rd down and 3 for Waukon. Football resting at the Decorah 49. It's 28-17 Waukon. Low snap to Hesse. Rushes on. Swing pass right side caught by Snitker, and he is brought down shy of a first down. Cole Headington buried him at the 47-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and inches upcoming, or so it appears. The Indians are going to keep the offense on the field, although they have put pooch cut or quick kicked out of this scenario as Decorah calls a timeout. So we'll keep it here during the break. 1:53 to play, 28-17. Waukon with the advantage, trying to go to 2-0. They go to Cresco next week to take on the Crestwood Cadets. Vikings on the road against a much improved Independence football program, qualifying for the playoffs last year. And gone are the days when you look at Independence as an easy win on the schedule.
Yeah, and they I don't know. Did they bring in a new coaching staff, or is it the same coaching staff? I mean, have they?
They have many of the same members.
Okay, so at least the kids are still participating. That's good to see that the coaches have worked hard to get that program back up. And
by the way, Independence leading North Fayette Valley 22-15 at the end of the 3rd quarter.
Wow. So no slouch in Independence this year.
Not at all. That was as of 20 minutes ago, just so you know. 1:53 to play, 4th and 1. Indians will spread everybody out. They have 3 receivers to the right. They have 2 receivers to the left. They have pooch kicked out of this scenario earlier. Now Hesse's going to keep it, and he's going to keep it for a first down off the left side as he gets to the 44-yard line. And that pretty much will seal the deal. Yeah. I'd imagine You're more of the special teams guy, and imagine in a scenario like that, there's probably some read for the quarterback to go for it if he sees something and kick it if he doesn't see something. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, there obviously he was probably counting the numbers, and if there were so many guys that were outside covering, and I seen Decorah had one guy not back all the way, but back 15 yards, and I think Hesse just seen that he had an opening there and went.
1st and 10, 44-yard line. Give to Snitker right side against a tired Decorah defense. He'll move it up the right side to the 40-yard line, a gain of 4. Mueller off the bottom of the pile for Decorah. Vikings are now down to 1 timeout remaining and 1:13 remaining in the game. We'll give you some stats after the game as well. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Hesse in the shotgun, and Snitker off to his right. Hesse 3 touchdown passes tonight, 2 to Tanner Mathis, 1 to Wyatt Willie. Give off the left side is to Mitchell Snitker. Snitker off the left side, inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A gain of a yard. Austin Keck, who's played some pretty good football on the defensive line, got another stop there. 3rd down upcoming. And I would imagine you've seen some performances from some kids tonight that maybe say, hey, I probably, hopefully I can get a little bit more of a look here in these next couple of weeks, and I think the coaches use these non-district games for that.
Yeah, I would agree there. And
Hesse down to a knee, and that's going to be that. Go ahead with your point. 28-17, Waukon will beat Decorah tonight.
Yeah, it gives I think the coaching staff does a pretty good job of getting other guys in that maybe don't get a lot of reps on that first or second team, and I think they got some reps tonight, and they showed that they can play at on that first string varsity level, and that'll help going down the road, because you take another one of your good players out and you replace them with them, and you see no difference in play, and they help out, and you can use other players in different situations to better your team down the road and into the playoffs.
Let's look at the final stats in this one. Decorah with 199 yards rushing, Waukon with 66. Waukon 219 yards passing, and Decorah with 93. 292 yards of total offense for Decorah. Waukon with 285, but I think the story of this game is the turnovers. It's not officially listed as a turnover, but a fourth down turnover on a drop punt, an interception for Decorah. Indians also had 3 turnovers in the night. Peyton Hesse was 12 of 25, 187 yards, 3 touchdowns. Wyatt Willie, 6 catches, 114 yards, and 1 touchdown. Garrett Wise, 11 carries, 57 yards for Decorah. Cole Steffen, 10 for 44. Steffen, 5 of 15 passes, 93 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. And Jacob Rohr with the touchdown catch for 49 yards. And those are some of the numbers. And really, mistakes was the story, Zach.
Yeah, you had that interception there by Cole there and early in the first half, and it turned into 8 points. And so if you eliminate that, though, 8 points are off the board. It's a 8-3 ball game going into half. But that you can't rely on that. And you have the drop punt there by Zach Lee, and it's a turnover that turns into 8 points. And it's just little things like that they it's all correctable mistakes. Reading the defense and not throwing the interception, picking the ball up, and getting the punt off. And it's all things that we can work on going into practice this week. And I think there's a lot of good things on the defensive side of the ball that we did really well. We created 3 turnovers, and I know Coach Post will give a lot of praise to the defense, because when you can create turnovers on the defense, that helps your offense out so much more. And when the offense can get the ball in a short field, granted we didn't get the ball on a turnover on the short field tonight, but when you do it, it's easier to put points on the board, that's for sure.
No doubt about it. Zach, your final thoughts on this one?
Final thoughts, I think, we still got to make some improvements, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Even last week I thought our defense did really well, and I think just offensively we need to capitalize on our mistakes and capitalize on the things that our defense does for us, and the points will come. And other than that, it'll come. It's a young bunch of kids. They're willing to work hard. You could see that tonight, and they'll watch film, and the coaches will get them ready. And I think we start district play next week, right?
Exactly, against obviously a tough independent squad who's leading North Fayette Valley through 3 quarters. And I know you're happy with the resiliency of this group. This team does get down but doesn't get out, but now you just got to get a lead and try to build on it. I think that's the next step, and going into Independence next week, that's going to be way easier said than done. Zach, nice job by you tonight, and look forward to another road trip next Friday.
Yeah, it should be a nice road trip down to Independence. I think they got some field turf down there, so yep. As a specialist, I like field turf, so we'll leave it at that.
All right, Zach Curran exiting the broadcast. Many people to thank for making the broadcast possible. First and foremost, our advertisers, the good sports-minded people who helped us bring the game wherever you were tonight. Without their help, this coverage would not be possible. So as always, we encourage you to support the businesses who support local high school sports. And lastly, and most importantly, we thank you, that's right, you, the listener, for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. But if not the outcome, Viking fans, the Indians beat the Vikings 28-17. We'll be back on AM 1240 KDEC next week as Decorah opens up district play at Independence. Zach and I will have the pregame at 7 and the kickoff set for 7:30. So, for our entire KDEC broadcast team, Darren Swenson saying so long. For Zach Curran, I'm Darren Swenson saying so long from Waukon. Waukon wins it 28-17. Thanks a bunch for tuning in, and we'll talk to you next Friday night.